Yo, what up?
Aside.
Basically, this video is going to be a rundown of how I started my brand, what my brand mission is, and some issues I've been having as far as starting a new clothing company. My mission with this brand is to drop the highest quality garments. I had a brand before. I'm gonna say the printing process was very high quality, but as far as the garments themselves, like the t-shirts, they were of very low quality, but I didn't really understand the different types of fabrics, the different GSM, things like that. So with this one, my brand is a cut and sew brand. So I'm picking out the fabric, I'm picking out the GSM, I'm picking out the types of dye, all the measurements, to the collar, to as long as the sleeves are, for as wide as the shirt is, the length of the shirt, literally everything. So this one is a little harder than I expected, but we're working through it. Right now, I'm very pleased with the 2 things that I've actually been able to produce so far. I've only done 1 drop with this company, and that's going to be my long sleeve t-shirt. It was released early this year, or maybe last year, late last year, early this year. I believe it was early this year. And I do still have some of those also. It is going to be modeled after somewhat of a hockey jersey. So it has like longer, it's a long sleeve. So it has the open sleeves versus like the cuffs. So it pretty much goes over your hand. It's a baggier shirt. It's big and bulky kind of. It's very high quality. The embroidery is high quality on there. I made sure of that. The screen printing on the shirt as well on the back. I do have custom tags on all of my clothing. I have custom wash instructions for those who don't necessarily know how to take care of some things. Because what I found is a shirt and jeans will last a lot longer if you pay attention to the wash instructions. I was guilty of that as well. Just grabbing the shirt, throwing it in the washer, dryer, bam. You know what I mean? Now I pretty much hang dry all my stuff just because less wear and tear from the dryer. I'm focusing on a lot of things. I'm kind of getting the hang of what measurements are actually needed for a shirt. Let me know down in the comments below if you'd like me to make a video about how to send measurements to your manufacturers. Now, to get into the story of exactly how I started this brand. It came to me in a dream. I know that sounds very, very like corny and cliche, like it came to me in a dream. Even myself, when I would hear people like, oh yeah, I had this great idea, it came to me in a dream, I was like, nah, you're lying. But it honestly did come to me in a dream. So basically, it's flowing like a movie. You know, at the beginning of training day, right before the movie starts, how it has like that orangish brown flowy part, and then the movie starts, like it's probably from the production company. Like the camera was kind of shooting from the back of a drop top car. I seen myself sitting in the back seat. I know my man's Cameron was in the car with me.
My nigga.
I just hear it's the Loot Jackers, as if someone whispered it in my ear.
Loot Jacker.
Because when I did hear it, I woke up immediately. And I'm like, Loot Jacker. It's stuck in my head all day. I go to work, I'm sitting there and I'm like, Loot Jacker, what is that? Like, is that a podcast? Is that a name of someone? What is that? And I was like, okay, maybe Loot Jacker is a clothing company. So I come home and I have all the, I have everything that I can actually make clothing at home. So I get home, I get on my computer, I draft up a design, like a logo, Loot Jacker, yada, yada. Okay, it looks cool. I get it on a shirt. I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's not marketable for how I would like my fashion to be viewed. I don't know if that name sounds elegant enough, I guess, if you will. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, Loot Jacker, Loot Jacker. That sounds like a nickname. That sounds like an alias. Okay, so then I had to do some more thinking, and I'm talking like this took me probably like a month to come up with. And I'm sitting there like Loot Jacker, because it's in my head. I physically heard someone whisper it in my ear as I was asleep. So I'm like, Loot Jacker. And then I'm like, well, if it's an alias, then who is the Loot Jacker? What is the Loot Jacker's real name? And that's where I came up with the Loot Jacker. His name is ROBINBANKS. That sounds elegant because Robin just, I don't know, that's a smooth name. So that's how I came up with it. And then I was like, wait, okay, so I can see that next to like high-end brands. Granted, it's kind of in the gray area of the name and the stigma of what it actually says, but Robin is a name, Banks can be a last name. So ROBINBANKS is the Loot Jacker. So it came to me in a dream. Like I didn't make it up. It just came. Now, as far as how I'm processing this, I had my first, so I'm gonna say I'm bad with dates. So I had the idea of this brand, I'm gonna say maybe a year ago. It took me about 9 to 10 months to actually process my first t-shirt. So procrastination is my worst enemy. And honestly, what I think it was analysis paralysis. So I'm an overthinker. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how can I get this done? How can I get these made? How can I do this? Again, I've never made clothing the way that I'm making it now. My first clothing brand, I got blanks and I printed on them. This one, I'm having them made. They're sending me samples. It's a way harder process, but once you get used to it, you can figure it out. Because my second sample that I do have, I'm not going to show it in this video. If you follow me on Instagram, it's on my sample is on my Instagram. Now, as far as the process of making these, it's a little longer. Actually, it's a lot longer, but it's not impossible. I'll probably make another video. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to make another video on how to actually order things from manufacturers, like cut and sew type stuff. So I just procrastinated. My first drop, some would say it was successful. I think it was done very sloppy. And that's nobody's fault but mine. It was kind of, I had the stuff and then again, overthinking. And then by the time it was time to drop them, I just kind of came up with, okay, I'm dropping on Sunday, and I've never dropped anything on a Sunday. I'm dropping this Sunday and it's Friday. So like, I didn't even market it. I didn't like, people know about it just because I talked to them about my company and stuff like that. I'm very passionate about the stuff that I do create. So a lot of people, they were with it. They were just like, okay, let me know when. I did my first drop. My text message company that I was working with, apparently you have to send a test message out, and then you have to get approved for the messages to go out. So I thought the day of the drop, I'm just gonna send out a mass text message to my phone number list, and it was gonna go smooth. It didn't go smooth. Nobody got the code, nobody to get into the website. Nobody knew that the drop was even happening. Everything was bad. I'm sitting at my daughter's volleyball game, and yeah, everybody's texting me, yo, I thought you were gonna do the drop today. What's the password to get into your website? And I'm like, oh, it didn't go through. So yeah, everything was just very sloppy about that first drop. I did sell some shirts. I do appreciate it. I still do have some of those shirts. The link is in the bio for the website, and I'm also put the website right here. It's www.robinbanks.co. I do still have some of those, and I love them. Like I love the quality of them. I love how soft they are. All the reviews that I've ever gotten back was perfect. It's just I dropped the ball on the drop, so not as many people as I would hope got to experience it, but I do still have some. So, and the website's now open. I do no longer have a password protected website. You can shop freely. So you go on there, they're there, you order it. I'm shipping it out ASAP. I wanted to explain to you guys how I came up with the brand, because Robin Banks is, yeah, that's the name, but everybody has like a story of how they actually came up with their brands, and that is mine.
I ain't gotta sell my soul, and I ain't doing what I'm told. All I know is I'm a ride at the top, coming with me. I've been going through a lot, and my brothers have been with me. Shit ain't never getting old.